Hey, this is another episode of The Spectre, and I'm not at home. I'm at a travel lodge in Bedford, PA, which is 130 miles from my home in Williamsport, and it's because my fiance Jennifer has an agency nurse job here, but that's neither here nor there. But so she's at work right now, and I'm basically here at the travel lodge enjoying their pleasant accommodations. And it's actually the bed's really cool, and all that. But yeah, it's nice actually. It's pretty nice. I don't stay in a lot of hotels or travel much, so I'm just kind of I feel bad that I'm kicking back and she's at work. So anywho, let's get to what I guess I'm going to talk about. And a lot of people, I'm sure, watched that Diane Sawyer Bruce Jenner interview. And sometimes I talk about pop culture shit, and this is one of those things. And I thought, like, there were so many. I mean, that was out there, man. Because I'm 41, and Bruce Jenner's my parents' age. He's 65. He's around my parents' age. So I grew up with this guy. He was the world's greatest athlete. He won the decathlon, won a gold medal. He was on the Wheaties box. He was doing ads for cameras and this and that and everything else. He endorsed a lot of razors. I don't know, and Gillette. That probably did a Gillette commercial, I'm sure. But he didn't shave anymore because he's taking hormones, and he told Diane Sawyer he's got the soul of a woman, and that's cool. That's that he. I mean, we all kind of suspected it. I mean, early on, because I watched the Kardashian show like some people do. I never watched I never was I didn't like the show. I kind of loathe the Kardashians because they're shallow and rich and just fucking they seem like assholes. But anyway, with all that said, Bruce Jenner was on it, and he kind of seemed, when I did watch it though in bits and pieces, he seemed to kind of retract socially a lot. And he was really emotional. There were scenes where he was very emotional, talking about raising his kids. And he's kind of like, well, I mean, you kind of he seems to have a lot going on there. And he was talking in this interview with Diane Sawyer. He was talking about growing up. He wasn't some rich spoiled kid. He grew up, and he had to really struggle with a lot of shit. And he was married a couple times to women, and I think I might have mentioned this before. He is attracted to women. He said he's not gay, but he actually talked about in the interview at some point, and they said a lot. Well, I didn't think it would be anything like that. I thought it'd be a little more. He would say some stuff, but he wouldn't say disclose everything. And he really he sold the store, man. I mean, he gave away the store. Really, I mean, when he got out the black dress he was going to wear when he had dinner with Diane Sawyer later, which they didn't show that, but he showed the black dress, and he wears dresses around his home. And, he kind of lives in one of those Malibu, like Tony Stark from Iron Man pads. And he's a strange dude, but he's also, I think he's pretty genuine about this whole thing, and I mean, I hope it helps some people, and I think it will. I think it's time to do that shit, because this country, these conservative assholes are like being like, they don't. And the thing is, Bruce, interestingly enough, he's a conservative, and even though Obama's the only president who talked about transgender people, mentioned it open, in a public forum, and it's remarkable to me that, I mean, people are political for all sorts of reasons. I mean, people have their political views for all sorts of reasons. It's not just because of sexual orientation or whatever this gender business is about. Because I don't really understand it myself. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like, you're Bruce Jenner. I mean, you're like good looking dude, and you're rich, and you got you seem like, I mean, shit, man. It really does. It is puzzling, but that's what he's about, and but people made a big deal about it and everything like that. I mean, people have been talking about tabloids and all that crap. But it was funny because the next day, like after that interview, it was one of those dumb, like it was In Touch Weekly or that stupid shitty fucking tabloid magazine. And the next day it was like Bruce Jenner's on suicide watch and Tom Cruise is missing. And I thought that was hilarious. I don't know where, I mean, Tom Cruise must be in like the Scientology prison or something. I don't know. He must have fucked up. Pissed off David Miscavige. They knocked him down to OT level 2, man. He's got to start over. Anyway, but I think it's interesting, and but at the same time, man, it is freaky. It was kind of freaky too, because when you, I mean, someone, it's like if Jack Nicholson or Robert De Niro or trying to think of some other big star, or Meryl Streep decided like they're getting a sex change at like 60. You know what I mean? He's not a movie star, but he's a star. You know, he's been a household name for since the late 70s. So it's sort of kind of, it is weird and fucked up and shit, but it's his deal, and that's basically it. And people should deserve, people. I don't really, the thing, we got to get out of this fire and brimstone age of approaching everything and really move on. This is, I just don't, it's not that I don't respect people's religious beliefs or anything like that, but these religious freedom laws, whatever, are, I think they're a bunch of shit, and you have religious freedom, I don't think anything infringes upon your religious freedom because gay people exist, and because, if they want to get married, that's their own legal business. That is not, I mean, I don't feel that they should be able to meddle in their affairs. That's how I look at it. I mean, I'm engaged to a woman, and we haven't gotten married because we're always broke and in trouble and struggling, but that's why we're in Bedford, PA, because she had to go all the way here for an agency job, and I'm pretty much, Williamsport, I'm dead to Williamsport. They don't, I can't get anything around there, but, I don't think, you're infringing upon their liberties. Gay people are not infringing upon religious people's liberties. There's gay Christians and there's gay conservatives, and in Bruce Jenner's case, there's a dude, he wants to get a sexual reassignment surgery at some point. And he's 65 years old, which is, you know what I mean? That's late in the game to, like, I guess change teams, but I guess that he says that's who he really is. And that's okay. So, good for him. Good for Bruce Jenner, and I hope he gets his mangina soon. And, oh, God, I shouldn't have said that. But, boom! That's what I think about it, and this has been another edition of The Spectre. And this has been an away episode, I guess. Then no one's gonna watch it anyway. But hey, man, be good to each other, and later.